Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Delta women protest as herdsmen move into the states with their wives and children. The women of the Delta states protested yesterday on what they call herdsmen invasion of the state. This is how an invasion begins, because it is no longer grazing of animals or cattle. They have established that Delta State is always wet and grasses flourish all season. Because of the presence of many rivers, they are now ready to make here a permanent residence. The protest began during Mother's Day celebration because the majority of those killed were women. They were poor and helpless farmers. These women were usually raped before being killed. The women protested as a mark of solidarity for fellow women who were killed for nothing, and to also mandate the government to act because herdsmen have flooded into the state with their families and thousands of cattle. They have reportedly occupied people's farms without permission and without renting it. Any opposition is usually met with death. Already, some Deltas have taken the federal and state government to High Court of Justice in Abuja, in Asaba first and then Abuja, as a result of many killings in the state. Also, Urobo Progress Women Union have added out their voice to this. Various royal fathers and kings have petitioned the State Commissioner of Police as well as the Inspector General of Police over the genocides going on in their respective kingdoms by herdsmen. Now, Delta women have added their own voice to several of the voices, yet the government is yet to act by evacuating the herdsmen and their families they came with. They neither go to the markets nor buy anything. They eat people's yams and foodstuffs because in villages they usually leave their cooking utensils in the farm to avoid stress of moving the utensils every day. These are now herdsmen property and they are pleading with both the state and federal governments to come and evacuate the herdsmen and bring those involved in the killing to justice. Delta State is not the home for the Fulanis or their cattle. They should please relocate them to somewhere else. This is all we are talking about. Well, Nigerians, these are things that are going on in Delta State. The youth have given a mandate for these people to go, but they refuse to go. They've been staying in people's farms, killings, and carrying out a lot of activities and atrocity in the state. These people have been causing a lot of havoc to the people of Delta, and they've cried out severally. Even the state governor has also lent his voice into what is going on in Delta State and has also spoken up, but to no avail. Nobody has done anything. I mean, it's alarming that they have now made Delta State their own, their base, and the people of Delta are crying out and saying, this is not acceptable, we don't want them, they should move and relocate, we don't want them. The worst one now that is happening is that they've not only come into the state, they've also come now with their wives and with their children. And they've come, not that they go to the farm, not that they go go into the farm or they go to the markets. They eat people utensils, they destroy people's land and property, and that's where they begin to take all these things from. And these are some of the things that are going on, and the people are crying out to the government to please take these people away from their land. Nobody will tell you, who are those behind, these things. And that's why we need to we need to lend our voices and make sure that this evil stop. We need to speak up. We need to make sure that this evil does not thrive or see the light of day. Delta State belongs to the people of Delta, and those are the people, those are the Shekiris, the Jaws, the Robos, and not the Fulanis, the herdsmen, all their cattle and their families that they finally brought into the state. This is not what it should be. So Nigerians, please, let's all lend our voices. This is not the North. And then they've come saying that Delta State, the grasses here are flourishing. What do you mean by flourishing? If you mean flourishing, then come in the proper way. Go ask for permission, rent the land or something. Don't just come there and take people's land and property and begin to live. And the worst of all is that they go about killing. If they have come and they are living peacefully and they are peace-loving people, and if there is confrontation, they go to the leadership and they sort out the matter, that would be a different case altogether. You will not even be hearing it on the news. But the fact that they go about killing people, that is unacceptable, And the people of Delta have lent their voices to say, you know what, this cannot happen. This cannot happen. We don't. Our land belongs to us and not to the Fulanis. They should go back to their land. There's a lot of vast expanse land in the north. The government, all they need to do you know that Dubai, that every one of them are going for holiday, sending their parents on holiday, doing party and the rest in Dubai. It was a desert land, Dubai. But guess what? The people intentionally made it work. They intentionally put things in place to make sure that Dubai becomes where people now want to come to and spend a good time and enjoy. Our government, I don't know what they use all the money for, all the Nigerian money for. They don't do anything tangible with the money. All they do is loot the money. All they do, most of them, is steal the money and acquire wealth for themselves. Why not go to the north? We have vast land, expanse of land. Put this system in place. Go into proper farming. Put this system in place so the people can enjoy proper farming, modernized way of farming, and nobody will be hurt. But guess what? They won't do that. I can tell you that they won't do that. There is a reason. There is a reason why they won't do that. And sorry to say, the government is in support. If Buhari, that is always mute concerning what matters that are important, that will not speak, if he says every herdsman move back to the north, we have put systems in place. We are planting the farmlands. We are putting manure. We are making sure that within 6 months, the grasses have grown to the extent that, and they put hay in place to make sure that there is hay for the farm animals. All this evil will come to stop. But no, I tell you, the government, they have the mentality as well that the land of Nigeria belongs to the Fulani. That's why it is surviving. I tell you sincerely, that's why it is surviving. That's why this is continuing. That's why it's going on and on and on and on. And people are complaining everywhere. Didn't you hear Maitiala? He said that they've invited all their brothers from all over West Africa to come to Nigeria to come and fight, and that they are stationing themselves. That by the time they give the go-ahead, people will go about and taking over the land. That's what they are planning, and it's not a secret. He said it out loud in the open, but the federal government has not responded or said that this guy is a national security threat. But if it's Nnamdi Kanu or is a Showore, you will hear that they will arrest them or they will send them on exile or say they are causing a national security threat. Can you see that the government of Nigeria is one-sided and that they are in support? If something happened to a human being, there is no word from the government. But if something happened to the cattle, you will hear Buhari, you will hear his voice. Because that is their mission, to make Nigeria a cattle land for themselves, by themselves. But that will not stand, because you and I are going to speak up and make sure that this evil does not thrive or see the light of day. Some of the ways you can do this is by lending your voice. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. And by so doing, you help the news to travel. The world is a global village, it's a globe. Now, everything, everywhere, people hear whatever you put on the net. People get to see it, people hear it, and they begin to speak up. But it's unfortunate that when UN come, what they are coming with is relief for evil that the government have done. We don't want those relief again. Please hold them. Help us defeat Boko Haram. Help us put our government in place. That's all we need. You will see we will thrive, we will live well. That's all we need. Please don't spend your money unnecessarily. You are giving to the government. They will use to buy more ammunition for these evil people. I want to say a big thank you to all of you out there listening. Please don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.